How you do, Buckaroos? How the heck are you? You see, Large the cat. I got Large the cat on camera with me. Every time I turn this thing on, there she is. There's Large the cat. So if you haven't heard the Large the cat story, I'll tell you. Those of you that have can turn it off. Oh yeah, there's Large the cat. Large, there's some. We had some neighbors that moved out and abandoned some cats, and we took in the mama cat at the time. Um, and they had three kittens that we kept. But Large just kind of showed up one day with, we're not exactly sure who Large's mama was. There was three of them that showed up at the same time. We'll call them large, small, medium, and large because we had no intention of keeping any of them. But, oh, there you are. I love you, baby. Small and medium moved on, but large stayed. So I knew I was going to keep her. I probably would have gave her a better name, but she has an interesting name. This Large the cat. She's our snuggler out of the bunch. Large has a lot of personality, don't you, baby? Anyways, I'm having some Leopold Brothers whiskey. Let me show you the bottle here. Leopold Brothers whiskey. I have exactly one shot to eat my Jack Daniel's single barrel glass. American small batch whiskey, pot distilled from open fermented sour mash. It's a very nice whiskey. I've been told it's a 3-year-old whiskey, which typically, if you're talking large batch stuff, doesn't seem like much. But for small craft or boutique distilleries, 3 years is sometimes a very fine whiskey, and in this case, it is. It's very smooth. Has a very soft texture, mouthfeel. It's very sweet initially. I certainly get some oak. It does have some fruit notes. They tell you on their website to look for raspberry. I'm gonna be real honest. I haven't gotten. I'm halfway through the bottle. I haven't gotten raspberry yet, but I have gotten the pear notes that they suggest. I get a lot of the oak. You get some leather-like notes, some vanilla. Um, I certainly feel that pear, like I mentioned. You get some vanilla, like a warm vanilla sugar. So there you go. So we're gonna put that sign behind me there. Haven't got a place to mount it yet. I'm gonna have my daughter tinker with it. Here's the thing: my daughter's been doing some. She's been going to she had a flea market booth, so she's been going to auctions and buying stuff. Sometimes she gets just the end of lot stuff or just boxes. Well, this is one of the things that was in the box. Is happy hour side. You can tell it's a little rough, but I like to get her to put a martini glass in there. I'll just kind of mount it up somewhere. My house is very kitschy anyway, so we're not going to be any magazines, y'all. There's my large decay. Yeah. Oh, mercy. So stay after Thanksgiving as I do this video. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was okay. Well, it was better than okay. It was pretty good. It was fine. We just didn't do anything. We kind of hung out. It was kind of nice. It was peaceful. So wife and I, and my wife left for a few hours to help our daughter clean. She's getting a new house, and she's over there now doing some stuff with her. So I stayed home because I had stuff to do around our house, and I just wanted to relax and have a couple of drinks, and that's what Grampy's do, man. Leopold Brothers, it is I think I mentioned it's 86 proof. The bottle I have is barrel number 337. I like it enough to want to try more from them. Um, the store I picked it up from had this one and had three other flavored whiskeys. And I'm not a huge fan of flavored whiskey, but I may have to break down and try one of them just to see. The Leopold Brothers makes a rye that this store didn't have, so I would really like to try that rye. As soft and as sweet as this is, I would like to try the rye. I would like to try the rye. I bet it's a nice balance, and I'm hoping for some smoky rye notes. But anyways, I like this little glass. This is another one my wife got at a flea market. It is perfect for neat drinking. Sometimes you want to use that Glencairn, if you want to get snooty. But bourbons, I think, are. This doesn't have bourbon, but it's an American whiskey. It's great in a glass like this. You don't need to go. You don't need to have the nosing or the Glencairn glass. You don't have to have a fancy glass. Just have a glass, man. So I had one shot even. Neat actually. So I'm gonna try some on the rocks, and I'm gonna keep chatting. Cheers, y'all. I'll be back. Well, how you do, Buckaroos? How the heck are you? I'm back, as I said I would be. I took a, I stopped, I had a little snack after I finished that neat shot, relaxed for just a little bit. Then I thought I'd come back with the rocks, want to kind of compare notes. I've got 2 ounces or 2 shots in this glass. It says VIP. My wife found this at a thrift store. I'm sure it was part of a set at one time, but it was just the one glass she found. So what the heck? Using my great big cube in there, my Leopold Brothers whiskey, 43% and 86 proof. It's a very interesting whiskey. I like it. Runs about 35 a bottle, so it's not, it's not necessarily cheap, but it's not crazy expensive either. And that's the thing. Most American whiskeys, not all, the bourbons, this isn't a bourbon, just as a whiskey. You can find decent whiskeys for a decent price point if you're paying attention and if you don't get too snobby about it yourself. I mean, I've had some great whiskeys between 30 to 50 a bottle that I've personally preferred to some that I've spent, 60, 70, 80 or more for. But sometimes it becomes, for some folks anyway, it becomes more about the snobbery than the actual enjoyment of the whiskey. For me, it's just about the enjoyment, whether it costs $20 or $100. What do you enjoy more? I keep trying to find the raspberry. Their website says to look for notes of raspberry. I just can't get the raspberry, man. I'm getting other notes. I mean, I'm getting the pear that they talk about. You might get some leather like notes. I mean, I'm certainly getting a lot of oak and vanilla. But they say to look for raspberry, and I'm just not getting a raspberry, man. It does have a lot of sweetness to me anyway. On the neat version, I certainly get some notes like a warm vanilla sugar. But for me, it even gets sweeter once you introduce some ice into it and let that ice melt just a touch. But it's not so much that warm vanilla sugar. It's more like a vanilla cream kind of thing going on. Once it gets cold, it's just a nice whiskey. I really like it a lot. Again, for the price point, I think it's brilliant. I get the oak actually. The woody notes near the end. For me, anyway, that's where I find it. Excuse me, my nose is itching like no. I was just finished having an allergy attack a couple minutes before I started the video. Oh mercy! I'm not a fan of wintertime, but I'm ready for a frost to kill whatever it is that's been killing me. The pollen and mold count in our neck of the woods has been absolutely brutal this year. Mm. So there you go. I mean, this is going to take me a good 20 minutes to drink, so I'm not going to drink the whole thing. You don't want to hear me talk that much. But again, I just will be doing several follow-up videos after Thanksgiving. It's the day after Thanksgiving as I am doing this video. I hope you all had a good holiday. I hope your relatives weren't too stressful for you. You know, if you look around the room and you can't find which one of your relatives is the asshole, it's you, man. Just so you know, I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. I approve this message, baby.